Hello and welcome to the Star Citizen News for the week ending the 3rd of April, where we're going to take a look at the week's headlines and then a deeper look into what happened in the community in the weekly review. Today's headlines: April Fools, PTU Patches 2.3.1 paving the way to patch 2.4, and giveaway winner. April Fools. Every year, CIG makes some form of effort to do something a bit silly for April Fools. This year is no different. We've had plenty of pretty cool little videos and a new career that they made just for the lols. The career is the intergalactic food delivery driver, and there was a Reliant variant literally for that role. They're trying to get you to click hit on this screen here, trying to get you to add the ship to your cart. And if you do, get a bonus little Easter egg of the Star Citizen team jumping around, messing around on a green screen. Actually, there's a few hidden little nuggets if you look around. So I found the raw green screen footage, so you could superimpose something behind them if you wanted. A Star Citizen character dancing atop a mound of Benny's machines, and the Reliant delivery variant itself. There's even a breakdown of what the Benny's noodles from the menu have got in them. I really liked this. I thought it was well put together as an article. Obviously, it's all fake and a joke, but the footage might be useful for some, and it's great to see some of the silly community stuff they do like this. There's also a preview of a collection of the Big Benny's clips that CIG have been collecting from the community. I think they're still after more at the moment. Links to that April Fool's joke and all of that Big Benny stuff in the description below. PTU 2.31c is currently on the PTU servers, the test servers. So this patch at the moment fixes a few little minor things, really tiny minor things from 2.3. Some AI spawn stuff, the way the Jean Scout flies amongst some others. But 2.4 is right around the corner, and we know we're getting a few things for it. We're almost certainly getting some stuff for it. A hangar-ready ship, most likely the Reliant. A flyable ship, almost certainly the Starfarer, and that will also come with the refueling mechanic as well. So the hope is that a big part of this patch 2.4 will be the start of persistence. If it makes it in, and it almost certainly will. This will be the start of buying items in-game, like clothing from the Kasaba outlet store, also enabling us to customise our characters, and all of these changes will be persistent on game servers. We won't have to faff around with the website anymore. We might also see the introduction of Alpha UEC, a currency earnable in-game, either now or a little bit in the future. Vaulting will also be coming into 2.4. There's going to be a huge host of other things that might make it in as well. I did a video the other day on my expectations for that. I will link that somewhere on the screen or in the description. Check that out. But it looks like that 2.4 is going to be the most major patch since 2.0. And I run a giveaway every month for a starter package or some form of Star Citizen ship. This month's winner, or well, I suppose March's month's winner, was Destruction with a 1 instead of the I in Destruction. You've won a Mustang Alpha starting package. I've emailed you. You can message me here or there or wherever. All you need to be in for a chance to winning one of these starter packages each month, guys, is just comment on any of my Star Citizen videos during that month. So during April, any video you comment on, basically it gives you an entry. You're going to get one entry maximum, but feel free to comment more. That always helps me out. Now, let's take a deeper look at what CIG have been doing in the weekly review, where we're going to take a look at 10 for the Chairman, Reverse the Verse Subscriber Special, Around the Verse, and Reverse the Verse. In 10 for the Chairman, episode 80, this episode was with Aaron Roberts, filling in for Chris Roberts. He's the global head of production for CIG and the Foundry 42 studio director. Aaron runs Foundry 42, but also manages the Star Citizen studios in general and makes sure that they're on track. In regards to the Shubham mining station, this is going to be absolutely huge, and we'll be able to explore it both inside and out. With some features of Squadron 42, all of those features for Squadron 42 have been planned and confirmed and locked. They're not going to cut anything more out that they haven't already planned to, and they're not going to be adding anything else in. It's all basically content locked. Keeping up with Chris Roberts. Chris has the vision and directs, whereas Aaron makes the things that he has as a vision and wants to do more practical with scheduling and planning, making Chris's visions a reality. Interaction with Wingman. So There's going to be lots and lots of interaction with your wingmen or wingwomen on and off ship. The idea is to make you feel more attached to them. There's going to be lots of stuff to chat to them about and do with them. Landing zone pipeline. So some of the pipeline improvements do help each other, both across the landing zone and ship pipelines. They're going to be starting to create large modular environments with the landing zone stuff that don't look repetitive. Squadron 42. So once episode 1 is done, the team there at Foundry 42 will be focusing immediately then onto episode 2 of Squadron 42 and also supporting the PU in general. Previous development experiences of Eren. So previously, Eren mainly has learnt that scheduling is the most important thing. What's next? So Eren gives quite nice details here that some of the other news is based on. There's basically going to be a flyable Starfarer next, so I'm assuming that's for 2.4. Persistence and shopping as well. I'm hoping that's for 2.4 as well, but that could be for just after. And then he talks about procedural tech integration after persistence as the next big thing. So if we get that in 2.5 or 2.6, I will be very happy. There was a Reverse the Verse subscriber special with Chris Roberts this week. The Starfarer will be in everyone's hangar for the near future, so they can all view its awesomeness. It's the biggest ship, they want to show it off. When the Starfarer is flyable, it should also be coming with that refueling mechanic. The next concept cell should be that small Misc mining ship. They've chosen a name, but they haven't revealed what that name is yet. There's a lot of info about 2.4 that was discussed in this episode, which I've mentioned in the headlines previously. Procedural tech for objects won't just be for planets, it will be for moons, planetoids, and large asteroids as well. Mechanics-wise, we should be getting procedural landing, then mining after that. Facial customization stuff in the future that's coming. We're going to be able to choose from 16 faces, 8 of which will be male, 8 of which will be female, and there's going to be lots of in-depth customization options as well. The new patcher, when it's released, will allow you to just download the files you need, which may be as small as 7 megabytes, rather than having to download whole 2 gigabyte chunks every time you need just one of the files in those packs. They're also working on getting DirectX 11 working better in general, and then integrating Vulkan and DirectX 12 into Star Citizen. It is going to be a while before we have the ability to lock our ships. Think after patch 2.6. They also want the mechanics there for being able to force doors open or blow them off. In Around the Verse Season 2, Episode 25, we found out some other useful things from around the studios. Down in Los Angeles, they've been working on ship components and the first-person shooter stuff in general. They've also done some work on various characters and some ships, some of which that they haven't talked about before. Down in Austin, they're focused on getting shopping out and into our hands. And they say that the experiences that they're working on as well isn't just the Kasaba outlet. They're working for a variety of other shops, including Dumpers Depot, and even one on Port Olisar. So a little Port Olisar shopping experience there. Persistence has been integrated fully into their dev stream, so they're using it at the moment. You can move items around your hangar, you can choose your hangar, and you can move ships all around just in-game with that persistence. You don't have to go onto the website anymore. Down in Foundry 42, there was an audio bug with their mic there, so it made it hard for me to discern much. I think they're happy for 2.3, probably working on 2.4 and Squadron 42. That seems right. In Foundry 42 Frankfurt continues to work on various projects, a lot of which they can't talk about or are still ongoing. VR is still planned, however, though it is currently on a low priority. The ATV interview this week was a continuation of Eren Roberts' interview last week. The Lawmaker's Guide took a look at the Elysium system. This week's MVP was Paul C2K for his Starfarer maps, which also helped QA navigate while testing. I have even used Paul C2K's maps for my Starfarer video because he made a really great map set, and I hope he makes some more. Good job, mate. I really like your stuff. Around the Verse fast forward this week was NPC dynamic AI behaviour and that dealing with collisions as well. It's actually well worth a look. It's quite awesome how far they've come with that. In this week's normal Reverse the Verse, we found out a few other little information nuggets that weren't mentioned elsewhere. Dog tags and mouse pads are now available on the website. Check them out if you want them. Cargo is likely to be the next full or the first full Persistent Universe career to go into the game. The monthly report is going out next week for the month of March. The next Great Star Marine will be later this year. In regards to some ships and updates with them, large ship owners should be getting a Loner Starfarer until their ships are done. The small miner, that Misc ship, should hopefully go on sale at the end of April, possibly. It's very much a maybe there if it's ready. More work on the Carrack will be done after the Caterpillar's completed. The Drake Herald is having some changes done. The Argo utility ship might go on future sale. They haven't decided 100% yet. Could go either way. They'll do lots of bits and bobs for it if they decide to put it on sale. The Spider Miner is still going to be in the game and is currently being worked on. And that's it for this week's news. I would like to thank everyone so much for their support actually over the last couple of weeks. Your donations, messages and help genuinely have been heaven sent for me. Thank you so much. I've realised that I might be able to help some people by talking about my depression occasionally, but I'll try and keep it just for special occasions and for the vlogs and Twitter and that sort of stuff. It won't appear much in my Star Citizen videos. I want wholesome content there, and I don't think it's appropriate for that. But thank you for listening to me when I needed a shoulder, basically. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Really, really thank you. Thanks for watching as well, and I'll see you in the verse.